Hello everyone, it's Larry. This is a video of how I made this LEGO model of Thomas the Tank Engine. This model has a long history. Nearly 3 years ago, in 2020, I came up with a concept of building Thomas in a 4-stud wide scale, instead of using the usual LEGO train scale of 6 wide. This was the starting point of all of this. At the time, I came up with this. I probably don't have to tell you that this is not great. It was my very first attempt at designing a LEGO train of this scale. Nowadays, I don't tend to use these giant wheels, giant tiles to represent the lining, and I almost always avoid studs being visible on top. But I learnt a lot from building this, and I was happy with the overall shape. Later on, I added stickers, printed on transparent sticker paper, so you could barely tell the red was meant to be red. And for a long time on this channel, this was my Thomas model. As many commenters pointed out, this had to change. It was looking silly next to my much newer and more realistic models. So I devised a plan. I would use tram wheels like my other models, I would flatten the studs on top, and make the red parts on the side stickered and not giant. And finally, I would try to build the model with pieces in dark azure, rather than standard blue. This colour is much closer to Thomas than this deep sea blue, but using it is easier said than done. LEGO Dark Azure pieces were introduced in 2011 and only became more widespread recently, whereas blue is as old as LEGO itself and far more common. So there are many pieces that simply don't exist in Dark Azure, including the 1x1 round stud plate. Can you believe that? However, the LEGO gods were on my side because not only does this 2x2 cylinder exist in the colour, but one with a pinhole. Thomas's boiler would be completely possible. So I put this together. The running board was changed, a side rod was added, and the tops of the tanks were flattened except for the water cap. I put plates on their side to represent Thomas's doors, and this part was built with pizza pieces, inspired by Wooden Toby's Rheneas model. The piece behind them having this corner is really annoying, but it's the only way you could do it without using... Overall, I was very happy with this, but stickers were required for it to look really good, which was a shame, but there wasn't really a way of getting around this. Also, his dome shouldn't be hollow, but sadly there's just no other way of making it in Dark Azure. I experimented more with the scale, shrinking the wheel height, which felt too low, and making him longer, which made him resemble a Hornby E2 Thomas. In the end, I stuck with my first draft. I was happy with it, and I made preparations for it. I tested pinstriping on my old Thomas model as a proof of concept, using adhesive plastic sheets that I'd cut thin strips of. And as with my last video, I'm no longer using drawings of the characters' faces that I found online. So I drew Thomas's face and I printed it as a sticker. Then I created the instructions, I disassembled the old model for parts, and I ordered the pieces. And so the build was done. It was satisfying to see, but it was looking a bit bare. The pinstriping and all that cutting took me hours. I was genuinely exhausted by the end, but it was all worth it, because eventually it was done. And I am so happy with this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and check out my other stuff. Thank you for watching.